Look, I think this EBA is about what all EBAs are about, and it's about our entitlements, our working conditions, and part of that is pay, and yes, part of that is being considered professional, because we are.
What we're really striving for is professional pay for professional paramedics. We're the highest qualified service in Australia, and yet we receive the poorest pay when you look at comparative statistics across the state.
We should be paid equal to members of equivalent organisations throughout the country, and we are paid far less, in some cases $20,000 a year less.
In many cases we do more, we get better results. We should be paid at least the same as the other states. That's pay parity, just a fair go.
It's the same job, same people, we can't see the same social problems, the same medical problems. At the end of the day, when everybody else doesn't know who to call at 3 o'clock in the morning, we're the only bugger silly enough to turn up. Whether we're in Sydney or Melbourne shouldn't matter.
We cannot go backwards. We cannot let any of our conditions be eroded. We must get a decent pay rise. We must get better work conditions. We must look after all of our members.
The question needs to be asked, who is the union? And the union is the members. The members make the union.
It's going to come down to the members and members only, and members being able to use their community probably to support them, and on our own we probably won't be able to do it, but if we can channel the support of the community and get them behind us, we might be able to get somewhere.
The troops on the ground are critical because we are the union is the members, and unless the members band together and present a united front, we just won't achieve the outcomes that we desire.
Very important. I think they need to stick together to get a really good outcome for the EBA.
100% important. Without the membership being united, being strong, standing up to management, we will not win.
I've always known that unless you're a member of a union, you will never get a fair response in any sort of a negotiation with the employer, ultimately the Victorian government.
I think this time the troops are more fired up. They're fairly angry about what happened with the Rural Reserve and being bullied around the place. So I think the troops are really fired up, and hopefully we'll get a good 100% outcome.
Look, from the first year graduate paramedic to the guy retiring in 3 months' time, it's imperative that we have 100% support from our membership in order to be recognised as the professionals we are. Without the support, it's a tough fight.
Look, it's a part of Australian life that since the early 90s, that the way you negotiate changes in your conditions is by EBA process. The law of the land lays down rules for it. Part of those rules allow for industrial action. The employer is not allowed to disadvantage you or take action against you, again within that law.
So if they're under pressure over bad response times or drop shifts, then the response is always, we'll look at our cardiac arrest survival rate or look at our clinical skills and treatment. Well, that's our work, we're the ones who do that work, and if we bring that up in enterprise bargaining, we're told, well no, that doesn't count, that's not productivity. They see productivity as taking away our annual leave or sick leave or meal break provisions or making graduate paramedics single respond.
The governments will never fund, whether it's us, nurses, teachers, police, fire, any government organisation is always going to be underfunded, and the fact of life is that you have to push the government before they'll give you more than what they've deemed is what they're going to give you.
It's not just the outcome that has to be fair, the process has to be fair as well. And if they're using stalling tactics, then sometimes industrial action might be the only way to influence them to come to the table and bargain in good faith.
You know, other services do it. Why is ambulance any different? Why do we have to fight every 3 years for our basic entitlements as shift workers?
I think we've really got to take the fight up to them and show them how serious we are. Show them that we are united and that we're prepared to work together, and we're prepared to, I suppose, take risks to a degree to better our cause.
Yeah, I think we've got to send a clear message to the government that we're not prepared to diminish the allowances that we've fought so hard for.
If push comes to shove, we definitely will take industrial action. There's no doubt about that. We've got a right to take industrial action, and we'll absolutely do it. I've got no doubt about that whatsoever. But if it does happen, the delegates will be there to lead the way, and they'll be the ones coordinating it.
As a delegate, I'll support any of my members, any of our members that feel that they are being victimised, bullied, harassed, when all they're doing is sticking up for themselves.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's our role.
Absolutely.
And it's their right. It's our right to protect ourselves and our workmates. And more importantly, our workmates. We need to stick together and support each other.
Too right, they will. Delegates are passionate for a fight as well. We believe in what we're doing. This is why we're delegates. We sincerely believe that this is the moral and right and ethical thing to do, is to stop discrimination, is to stand up for your workers. Of course we'll be there, we'll be shoulder to shoulder.
Well, first and foremost as delegates, I guess we've got to provide leadership. It's something I'm always criticising management for having a complete and utter lack of.
And if they've got the courage to take a stand, we've got the courage to back them up. And if they think they're going to be deserted, well then they should think again, because it's one in, all in. If it's going to be a fight, there's going to be no onlookers. They're all going to be in there, and there's going to be plenty of actions.
Definitely. As long as they're a union member, they'll be supported fully by the union.
Of course we will. We'll be standing next to them, if not in front of them, and telling the managers that we won't put up with the harassment and bullying. We've got a right to fight for what we think is correct, and we will do that.
We'd certainly rally the troops together and support them as best we can, and make sure it doesn't happen.
They take action against a particular employee and victimise one employee as compared to the whole group. Definitely we would stand behind them.
All those workers that have been there before will understand, and they'll stand up for you.
There's no way that we're going to let anyone who takes industrial action face the consequences of that alone. Absolutely no way. We'll all pull together and we'll all support those people.
I feel that there shouldn't be any level of intimidation, and where that does occur, I will be out there in front, standing in front of my members and letting the group managers know that they are doing the wrong thing.
Al Briggs will be in between the group manager and the student.
I'll be the one standing between the group manager and the AMBA. I will be there front and centre.